Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. I don't know how long I'll go. I can go long, I can go short. An attempt to finish As is Law today. But before that, I'm going to do the entirety of the Summoner quest line in Final Fantasy in the Heavensward one. Job quests. And here I am, in all my glory of the Idleshire gear. Ignore that man. And I am level 60. I have full line. Oh, except for the the thing. If you've noticed, I have changed my title to Final Witness because I am a Final Witness now. And if you know, you know. Did that off screen because I didn't want to bother people while doing it. Wait, so let's begin. Gudrak, you visit me at the most opportune moment. I have tidings that you of all people should hear. After our last encounter, I presented our findings on the art of summoning to my fellow scholars. Suffice it to say, that the response has been enthusiastic. In addition to a flood of offers to assist with my research, I have also been promised a contribution of several rare, elegant tomestones. Oh, I have a lot of those, Mitra. I do. I imagine that any summoning knowledge hidden within these relics would prove of great benefit to us. Shall we journey out to Mordona and pay a visit to Rambaras? Of course. Let's see. I'm gonna try to power through these. But because of my terrible reading skills and the amount of reading I'm gonna have to do in this, might take a while. It might indeed. Gotta adjust this mic for optimal sound. Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Of course that would happen. I pressed the mute button again. Testing. Okay. That should be good. And ooh. Oh. Ninjas and their bats. Their glorious bats. Right. So I went through the entirety of the raid of Realm Reborn. Patient son, calm daughter. Weird. Off stream because I don't have like a set of people that I can ask to do it. So best way to do it is unsync and have people do it with you. Like put it in Party Finder. Most people will do it because they're pretty nice, or they'll do it for the tomestones that you give, the first time bonus. There are so many aspects of summoning that we are yet to fully understand. I wonder what incredible secrets might lurk within these very unearthed relics. Gudrak, how do you fare, my friend? As ever, we here at Saint Coinarch's Saint Coinarch's find remain firmly entrenched in our efforts. Entrenched in our efforts to excavate the secrets of the Allegan Empire. The members of Noah must be armed with knowledge if they are truly to pave the way to the future. Ah, I see you are here with the intrepid Yamitra. May I assume you have come to collect your promised tomestones? I am most eager to sink my scholarly teeth into something new. And allow me to feed you allow me to feed your fervor. We have uncovered a number of relics which on cursory inspection appears to contain detailed methodology of several summoning incantations. We hope who better than you to decipher these mysteries? Leviathan, Ramu, Shiva. With many new primals, that appears the importance of an thorough study of summoning magics becomes ever more apparent. Speaking of those particular deities, Gudrak, I am given to understand that you have a hand in defeating every one of them. Your name features quite prominently in the reports we received from the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And as you were present for each of their downfall, it then follows that your aura was infused with the essence of these primals. Could it be possible that you now have the potential to call forth new Eggies? See, this is the misleading stuff in these quests. Thinking to have more Eggies. Boo to the developers. By the 12, of course, the most trying of acquiring condition. The most trying of the acquisition condition has already been met. All that remains is to perform the summoning ritual at locations charged with the appropriate elemental energies. Master Rambris, can you suggest any area in which the etheric balance tips heavily towards either water, lightning, or air, or ice? The singing shard should adequately serve your needs for lightning. The area is alive with constant discharge of crackling energy. The singing shards it is. The singing shards it is. Then let us perform the Osterritz of light and attempt to bring Raumu Ragi into this world at Raumu Egi. Man, although it makes it harder, but in the way that, you know, the devs changed summoning, actually it would have been a lot cooler. Me hurling lightning at people. That'd have been awesome. Sing Shah. Let us then begin the Osterist of lightning. Concentrate on shifting your etheric energies towards the desiring element. I sense nothing. I do not understand. All the conditions has been fulfilled. The summoning ritual has never failed us before. Whatever could we have be missing? Well, there is little point in us remaining here if Raumu Egi would not answer your call. Shall we return to Gardenia? Only Shire gear I'm missing, other than well, I don't have a Shire weapon or any of the Ooh, that itches. Any of the what's it called? I don't. I'm blanking right now. Oh well. Like my brain kind of stopped when I yawned. Apkula Falls. That red Apkula will be mine. I tell you, it will be mine. Hello, Gudrak. I scoured my research notes for a hint as to why the summoning failed, but there was no relevant revelations to be found. I am forced to conclude that the cause must lie outside our current understanding of the art. Thus shall I begin studying the tomestones we retrieved from Rambraids, and hopefully they contain some heretofore unknown wisdom. Mayhap these new eggies require a different manner of catalyst. While I delve into the mysteries, I suggest you continuously practice your art. We enter an uncharted realm of summoning, and you must be prepared, body and soul. God, why do you have to be in such a, out of the place way? Greetings, Gudrak. Since we last met, the arduous task of deciphering those tomestones have occupied my every waking moment. I have made significant progress, but the cause of the ritual's failure yet eludes me. I am somewhat heartened, however, by my discovery of a number of new incantations. In fact, there is a new spell which I believe you could soon master with a minimal of Huh? Pray forgive my intrusion. You are the leader of the research efforts on summoning magics, yes? I am Captain Dancewolf of the Immortal Frames. It is fortunate that I find you together, as I have questions for you both. And what the Immortal Flames want with us, Captain Wolf? Does Uthaw's military have some vaunted interest in the activities of summoners? Just one summoner in particular, madame. We seek a man by the name of Tristan. Then you do know him. I've heard reports that you have been in pursuit of our former... Then you do know him. I've read reports that you have been in pursuit of our former soldier. But I always like to have confirmation on our intelligence. The Immortal Flames has its own reasons for wanting Tristan bound. If you have any idea of his whereabouts, then I must know what you know. So Tristan matched his summoning magics against yours and was ultimately consumed in flame. And you are certain of his certain he perished? Well, have we given you reason to suspect otherwise? I do not doubt the veracity of your tale, but there has been an incident. A merchant caravan was recently attacked by the man who, by the descriptions given, closely resembled Tristan in appearance. Shall we allow the crimes of a former Immortal Flames to go unanswered, then the integrity of the entire organization will be called into question. I will find him and see justice is served. We looked on as Tristan was engulfed in flames. It remained not even a charred corpse, and we believed him utterly consumed. Would he have somehow survived the inferno? If he is alive, then we have unwittingly permitted the escape of a known pawn of the Paragons. Captain Wolf, you must allow us to accompany you on your investigation. Your combined experts. Your combined experts in the summoning arts is most welcome, Lady Yamitra. The attack occurred on one of the roads on the Camp Drybones, out of Camp Drybones. Join me at the settlement proper, and we can continue the search for witnesses. Cannot allow a madman like Tristan to roam unchecked. Let us hasten to Camp Drybone and assist Captain Wolf in his investigation. Here's bones, there bones, dry bones. Dimitra Grudrak. As we are not all cooperating on this investigation, I see no reason not to trust you with some of its duties. Let's split up and find out what these merchants know. The attack out on the road? I hear the man who did it was swapped in a robe that was black as midnight. One of Ifrit's tempered, I should think. Aye, now that you mention it, they did just cart in the body of a merchant. Such things are hardly noteworthy around here, though. As such, I failed to take notes. Take note. Rowin. A friend of mine survived the assault. Said he even caught a glimpse of the villain's twisted face. I'm certain he would tell you more had he not left camp the moment his injuries were bound. Twas seemed the merchant who lived through the attack has already set out with his goods again. The traders of Ul'dah are not if not party. So we have one merchant left alive to tell the tale. According to my inquiries, our intrepid trader will likely be en route to High Bridge. We may yet catch him on the road if we are swift. Well, I'm faster than you because I can fly. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Come, Carbuncle. Take this! Outburst! Take so much more. I hear Amalja, war cries. Are you unharmed, sir? Yes, thank you. Well, aside from the injuries I sustained from a previous incident, I suppose. First the caravan and now this? Must all be so eager to usher me into his hall? It is concerning the assault on your caravan that we endeavor to seek you. It was concerning the assault on your caravan we endeavored to seek you out, sir. Is there aught you can tell us of the attacker? I should be glad to see him brought to justice, though I do not see his face in any great detail, concealed as it was in the depths of a black cow. I did glimpse a lock of silver hair. By his stature I marked him of Huron stock, but by his fervent servants a hell spawn demon in disguise. A fervent servant? Balls! Balls! That's the one! Where did you people find these things? Where do you people find these things? The villain was in command of a Titan Eggy then, and we know the affinity Tristan had for primal fire. Aye, all the evidence point towards our man. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. You have been of great help to our investigation. Oh, think nothing of it, considering it's poor. Considering it poor recompense for my rescue at the hands of this gallant adventure. I must report this development to my superiors at the Halls of Flames. Pray join me in Ul'dah. There is more I will discuss with you. Oh, Halls of Flames. Through the fire and the flames. We keep going, my friends. To the future. In the future of 1999, Lavos will invade and destroy everything. Captain Wolf seems most troubled. No doubt this case has forced him to relive terrible memories he would sooner let fade. You know of Tristan's older brother. Older brother? Kahadin? Both were soldiers in service of the Immortal Flame. Both were soldiers under my command. Our unit was one of many deployed in the mission to destroy the Primal Ifrit, an operation that succeeded at a staggering cost. Those who were not incinerated were tempered with Kahadin in suffering the latter's fate. So you well know, a primal's power is fueled by the fate of its thralls, and the greatest mercy we can grant and such unfortunate soldiers. It is a swift journey to Thal's hollowed halls. Tristan volunteered to end the cursed existence of his own brother. He returned to Uldal with Kahidin's cadence. Maybe it's cadence. Kahidin's blood on his blade, and I watched helplessly as the guilt slowly strangled the life in his eyes. No word of comfort could reach him, and when he at last quit the flames, he was a husk of the man he once was. Never did I imagine his grief-maddened mind would drive him to such desperate evils. Tristan was my soldier, and it was my responsibility to stop him. Thanks to your aid, we had mounting proof that he is still out there. When we are ready, we shall make our move. We are content to follow your lead in this, Captain Wolf, and we shall certainly be fully prepared if we are to meet the Dark Summoner in battle. To that end, Gudrak, I will teach you one of the incantations I gleaned from those repositories of elegant wisdom. 'Tis a spell of damaging magics employed in combat by the summoners of Eld. Let us call upon Captain Wolf again once you have mastered its use. It will not do to engage Tristan while stumbling over her unfamiliar magics. Three more to go. Good, so do I have to a minor interrogation? Auspicious timing, Gudrak. There has been news, and none of it good. Our soldiers in the central Beneland has reported another attack. I looked over the notes of the initial investigation, and it would seem Tristan, or someone who looks very much like him, has struck again. I'll have one of my men contact Yamicho with the details, but I suggest we head out to the Nanawa Nanawa mines immediately and question one of the surviving victims. Nanawa. 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 Wah wah. Nanawa. Wah wah wah. Come on, Carby. It's you and me, Carby. Fly, you fools. The eagles. The eagles are coming. We'll see how things go once I'm done, what time it is, if it's like 1 or 2. If it's 2, I'm not going to do any of the other stuff, but if it's like 1 or like it isn't too far into the stream, and then I'll do the other parts. Or I'll do some parts of As is law. Dimitra sends word that she will be here would be along shortly. Only this gentleman who was as agreeable. What did you mean, more questions? I'd spill my tale to 3 other soldiers already. Me work gets further and further behind every time I gotta stop and talk to you folk. Here's an idea though. How about you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours? The big lad in the uniform there looks like he can lift some good-sized rocks. There. And what about you, lad? You some sort of mage? I've had some trouble with the local Spriggan swing. Our fire silvers, and you're just the bloke to get it back. The stuff's are as rare as chocobo teeth, you know. Just a moment, sir. We don't have time for this distraction. Then maybe I don't got the time to talk to you. Not until there's a little give when you take. I fear he may be stubborn about this, Kudrak. Please humor the man and retrieve his precious ore from the Spriggans. Kill 3 Spriggans. Alright. Cause it's DK Donkey Kong. Hey, look at me. Speed casting. Eat my Topaz Ruin. This is a picnic compared to my officer training. You find the Spriggans, lad? What about me, Fire Silver? Oh, you got the whole lot back. Much appreciated. My apologies, my studies took rather longer than I... Captain Wolf, is everything alright? Everything's fine. Now, let us hear your story, sir. I reckon you earned it. Well, we were in the mines, loading the carts with our haul for the day when this bloke in robes appeared. Didn't say a word, the bastard just snapped his fingers and set his pet demon to lighting me mates on fire. Titan Egg Drag, if you would be so kind. Bloody hell's eye, that's the fiend I saw. It was as we feared then. And this robe-clad man, did you have any idea of why he attacked you? Well, lass, there's more than silver to be had from Nanawa. On a good day, we would dig up our fair share of crystals as well. That seemed to be what he was after. I am not ashamed to say that I fled for me life once folks started going up in flames, and when I went back to sort out the mess, the cart what had the crystals in it was empty. Took them all? Aye, every single one. And that's all I've got to say about that. Hope you catch the bastard. Crystals? That there was a cart of crystals on the list of stolen goods from the caravan. Must have taken everything else to conceal his intent. Our quarry grows careless, or simply impatient. It is time that I re-examine certain other incidents that we do not think relate to this case. Meet me at the Halls of Flames. Hall of Flames, meet me at the Hall of Justice, and we shall discuss the matter further. I can imagine only one reason why a man such as Tristan would seek to acquire a wealth of crystals. Come, Gujrak, let us not keep Captain Wolf waiting. To the halls of flame or justice. I just ran past him. Whenever evil or callous fools, whatever evil our callous foe is planning, we cannot allow it to continue to fruition. Let us speak with Captain Wolf and learn what else his investigations have uncovered. I inspected our inciting incident records, paying close attention to cargo manifests that include crystals. We have attributed several recent raids to the Amalja, but the victims were every single one of them burned to death. Not entirely impossible, considering the lizardmen affinity for fire, but but to find not a single arrow or spear wound. 'Twas highly unlikely. Mayhap I should state out loud what we are thinking. Judging by the sheer number of crystals involved, we might assume that this villain intends to call forth a primal. After my encounter with Ifrit, I learned just how devastatingly powerful these entities can be, and I believe the summoners, with their ability to harness such power, hold the potential to achieve great things. But if Tristan truly is mad enough to summon a primal, then that unthinkable act and the bloody deeds he performs in preparations for it will cause people to question the motives of all who practice the summoner's art. My studies of the Tombstone revealed to me a tale of... Hold on. Adulation. A tale of adulation. The summoners of Alec were revered as heroes for their part in defeating the ancient primals. But reverence slowly turned into revulsion as practitioners, intoxicated by their power, or their own immense power, began wielding the arts of summoning as a means to further their own selfish ambitions. This is not to say, of course, that all summoners chose to become tyrants. Amongst the common people, however, it became a strongly held superstition that those who meddled in the powers of primals ultimately fell into the embrace of evil. The superstition blossomed into outright terror, and that is when the mage hunt began. By the end of the third astral era, the last of the summoners have vanished from the stage of history. And should we allow Tristan to go through with his plans, then we risk a repeat of the tragedy. I will review the status of patrols on the crystal trade routes. We will catch him. Kudrak, before I joined you at the Nanawa mines, I was able to recover another incantation that may prove useful in the coming days. Wield its power wisely. Use bombs wisely. I'm pretty sure I get Dreadworm for this. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, no. Summoning, I get that later. Dreadworm stance, I do get that. Greetings, Gudrak. I hope you are prepared to take action. Ever since we increased our presence on the trade routes, our black-robed villain has ceased his attacks. Now it is our turn to go on the offensive. With the blessing of my superiors, I have arranged for a lightly guarded shipment of crystals, which we would lure Tristan into an ambush. I want you there when we spring the trap. I have already sent word to Ymitra, and she will meet us in Camp Blue Fog. Let us begin an end to this. Gudrak. Right. I have 2 more after this. Blue Frog. Blue Fog. Gonna eat some food. I ate that because I want to get rid of it. We have been waiting for you, Gudrak. Let us put Captain Wolf's plan into action. Gudrak, you're here. Good. Our crystal couriers have just left camp. The plan is simple. The caravan will head towards the processing plant, but conveniently break an axle before reaching the east watchtower. We three will take up separate positions nearby and wait for Tristan to take the bait. I've had the driver complaining long and loudly about the lack of suitable escorts for his precious cargo, as we can be reasonably sure that an attack will come. I trust you need not further explanation. Head to your assigned position and do your best to keep out of sight. Look at me. I actually really like this. Oh. I keep saying that whenever I use that. You're here for the ambush? Wait. It's a pleasure to meet you and all, but you'll best keep your distance. We wouldn't want the enemy avoiding our carefully laid trap, eh? Mitra's hiding behind the tree. If I read him alright, Tristan will be unable to resist this lure. But enough talk. Take up your position and keep an eye out for Black Robe Madman. Fly, you fool! I want to see you behind the tree again. It ought amiss. This tree is hardly big enough to conceal the both of us. I know, I just wanted to talk to you. See what's going on in that head of yours. Ah! It burns! It burns! No, it's not Tristan. Of course it's not. He literally burned. Get up to him. Aether charge! Outburst! 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 Oh then. Talk to me, soldier. I'm alive, Captain. He popped right out of thin air. Took me by surprise. The same happened to me. Another man in dark robes stepped through some manner of portal and assailed me with spells. My position also came under attack. An underling judging by the ease which I dispatched him, but I have never before seen such teleportation magics. No, it cannot be. I know this man, Captain Wolf. This is Kahadin, Tristan's brother. But how? He was tempered, slain. and now both siblings have disappointed me. I could exercise more care in choosing my pawns. An ancient! That voice! You're the one who taught Tristan the art of summoning. Have you come to inflict yet more misery upon the world? Tristan? Yes. That was the other's name. I have hoped to groom him, granted him the knowledge of Alag's mage, that he might unleash his wrath against the primals. Alas, he was all too easily vanquished. No more. The Lightbringer has proven a more than adequate replacement for I failed Godslayer. With every primal you slay, the beastman's fervor grows even harder. We need but supply the tribes with crystals and watch as they summon even more terrible deities. He's gone. And we should be gone as well. I shall see that my soldier is treated for his wounds. And then await you outside of the halls of flame. To the halls of justice. I just pointed when there's no camera and I have no movement or anything. Keep doing that. I keep articulating myself and nobody's watching or looking. Yeah, it's easiest to teleport. By clicking on these things, just gives you where you go. I like my Charlian gear. Shire gear. This is literally what the Charlians wear. Makes me feel fancy. Once again, a paragon lurks behind the curtain, pulling the strings. I should have suspected. I believe some reassessments is in order. We now know that the black-robed menace was thought to be Tristan was actually his brother, Kaiden, a reanimated corpse under the control of an Ascian. Both brothers were present at Ifrit's defeat, as Kahaiden's and aura too would have been stained with Primer's aether. Essence, not aether. Which, if I understand correctly, would explain his ability to create the Eggy. But for the Ascian to rise the lad's body and press him into surface as his pet summoner, I shall see the Blackguard suffer for his cruel depravity. I, the Paragon, have many crimes of which he must answer, but we must move with great caution. The power of these immortals is not to be underestimated. I will return to Gardenia and redouble my efforts to decipher the remaining tomestones. We cannot face an Ascian unprepared. Ah, Gudrak. If you've come for a word on the Ascian, I fear I've little progress to report. We did, however, hold a service for Kahadin. I assembled the soldiers from his old unit, and together we conveyed his remains to the priest of Thule. As for Danaland's traditional routes, there is still the odd raid by bandits. Trade routes, there is still the odd raid by bandits of beastmen, but not that 12 men in black robes. I must confess I am at a loss to how we must track our foe. Ah, have you spoken to Yamitra? I believe she has had a new finding to share with It's cheaper to take an airship. It's a little longer, but hey, I save the money. I keep trying to go to the goat saucer. Alrighty. I'm trying to remember what I started. Oh, I started as a marauder. This is a bit faster. God, Mitra, why would you have to be in such a terrible place? Why couldn't you have been at a much easier area? Oh, the rising. Shit. I'll do that after. I'll probably do that tomorrow, honestly. I wanna. Gudrak, there you are. We have much to discuss. I have been engrossed in my studies, you see, seeking every advantage for our inevitable clash with the Ascian. And as I struggled to unravel the ancient knowledge of the tombstones, I unlocked a very good new mystery, including the reason why you are unable to call forth Raumu Egi. When you summon an avatar, you draw upon your body's reservoir of aether to grant life and form to what is known as an arcane entity. That much we already knew. I had, however, overlooked the simple fact that our etheric reserves are finite. Thus, the magnitude of Egi that you are able to summon is limited by the extent of your own life force. Simply put, if the Egi is too powerful, then the summoning fails. But do not despair. The summoners of Alec devised a method by which one might circumvent this intrinsic limitation, rather than attempt to summon a separate physical manifestation of certain Egi. The most accomplished mages discovered that far less aether were required to infuse themselves with the essence of the primal's power. The technique by which a summoner would achieve this heightened state was known as a trance. What say you, Gudrak? Shall we see if you can master this method? It may then allow you to contend with a paragon, but not if the essence is of an ordinary primal. Aye, we might set our sights on the most potent entity, the most fierce. I speak of the elder primal bomb. On the day of the calamity, the dragon vanished within an explosion so massive that his aether was carried to the far corners of Eorzea. You, among many others, have already been touched by his essence. All that remains is to perform the meditative rites in a place steeped in the Bahamut's energies, and you shall be able to enter the trance of the Dreadworm. As for setting foot within the normally suitable area, the only suitable area, I believe Captain Wolf can assist us. Shall we pay him a visit? You know, oh, that's a secret, I can't tell you. But I've met Bahamut. Young girl. Mitra. That's a secret. I'm the final witness. I can't just be telling everybody about it. It'd be so much easier if I can tell you, Mitra. So much easier. Let's go fly a kite up through the atmosphere. Let's go fly a kite and send it. How the hell did you get here before me? I am anticipating the good captain here has, as I anticipated, the good captain here has agreed to help us enter the only truly suitable ritual location. Yamitra here is certainly not one to do things by half. She petitioned me to help gain entrance to the aether-soaked wastelands of the Cartano Flats. The Flats are disputed territory jointly administered by the three members or nations of the Eorzean Alliance. An attempt to earn full admission to the area is a bureaucratic nightmare. As matters stand, I was only able to secure permission to visit the Holy Flames airship landing. If we were to enter the flats proper, we will have to do some under the cover of. We would have to do so under the cover of night. Prepare yourself for a tense journey. Then make your way to the landing area in Ul'dah. I have one of our elite flyers standing by. This trial is long. But Dreadworm's stance is fun. Mastery of this trance will greatly increase your chance of standing against the Paragon. Pray inform the elite flyer that we are ready to depart for Cartano. If they catch us creeping into the flats, the general will have my head on a platter. But I must have vengeance for my soldier. I fly you to the front doors of the flats, but that is as far as you're authorized to go. Stay on the landing or fret the consequences. Probably go up to unlocking the Dungeon of Az's Law, or maybe even just unlocking flying. I won't go long for that one either, depending on how I feel though. This is what became of the Cardinal Flats. Never before have sensed such tainted aether. Let us not linger long. Gujak, turn your mind now to Bahamut's terrible majesty. Allow his powers to seep into your very being. Nothing. We may need to deepen your meditation. Do you truly attempt to harness the might of Bahamut? The essence of the Elder Primal shall tear your mortal flame asunder. Frame, not flame. Chaos rises in the presence of power, but you, bringer of light, can be allowed to shine no brighter. Come and be doused in the endless water of the 12th chalice. Suck the aether. Suck. Suck. I'm gonna whack you with my book, lady. Kill you with my book. Look, I would meditate faster, but these things are also attacking me. Okay, man? Alrighty. The Baharut Empire. Is that all I can hit? Yeah, last one. Duty complete. I did not anticipate this. You should not have been able to complete the meditation under such duress. But I shall not underestimate you again. Our next meeting shall be our last. Bringer of light. We did it. We faced a paragon and lived. And it is all thanks to you, Gujek. You and that towering might of Bahamut that you now command. Aye. Despite the Asians' interference, we achieved what we came here to for. But I'm afraid this is not the place to celebrate. Let us return to the landing before the dawn's light find us in a forbidden territory. Three cats in an anime. That was the penultimate chapter of Heavensward Sorcerer. Not sorcerer, it would be wizard. It was a daring journey, but I believe the reward merited the risk. We should return now that the halls of flames to the Hall of Flames and see that Captain Wolf has not been stripped of his station. Oh. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? It's weird. Then I realized, yeah, it's the Rising event. People performing. Whispering menstrual. I'll do this later. After I'm done with this. I'm gonna start it off with the Rising. The Paragon does not come across us by chance. We are being watched. We have reason to rejoice, my friend. It would seem our clandestine adventure went unnoticed by my superiors. And more importantly, we seized the upper hand in the battle against Enasian. The trance will appear more effective against our immortal foe. For such a huge night's work, we managed to reap quite a harvest indeed. Aye, but it is a pity the bastard fled when he did. I shall have looked to have settled the score with them. And these was for the best, Captain Wolf. If we would truly defeat the Ancient, we must be prepared to destroy him, body and soul. I do like the scholar storyline. I might do that tomorrow. But I also need to do the warrior. Although, I need the gear. So probably scholar later today. Gudrak, I was about to send for you, and Himitra should be here by any moment. Walk the scene? Ah, wonderful, we're all here. I have been pondering some metaphysical theories and would discuss my conclusions with both of you. Ever since our battle at the flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to the science and their research, the paragons are effectively immortal. They are said to be etherical entities. Ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal hosts after host in an endless progress down the ages. But once Gudrak had acquired the Dreadworm stance, the haste with which the Ascian withdrew did not seem to me the actions of a being harbored no fear of death. Thus do I pose the question, could it be that the 12th Chalice and his black mask brethren are not as practiced in the arts of possession as their red-veiled masters? At the time of the battle, our bodies were the only available host nearby. Assuming that he also lacks his superior's faculty to flee to the space betwixt worlds, I suspect that our foe's sudden cowardice stemmed from an inability to force his soul into another living vessel. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kahadin to serve as his puppet. I believe the theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we are able to lure the 12th Chalice to a location devoid of possible host, then we might succeed in destroying him for good. Then what are we waiting for? We must begin devising a plan to draw the villain from hiding. Not so fast, Captain Wolf. We must first obtain the means by which we can ensure the Ascian's demise. A mighty coup de grace, delivered before he has the chance to retreat. Gudrak, there is a passage within the last tombstone that describes how the power of the trance can be unleashed in a single devastating blast. The technique itself, however, was not explained according to my research. It can only be learned from a forbidden book found on the shelves of the Great Google Library. To reach the library will require a long and perilous journey over her Alba's spine and into the wilds of the Dravinian hinterlands. I believe with 3 of us to this task, shall we now be on our way then? The key to defeat the 12th Chalice will soon be within our grasp. To the Great Gubu Library. It's easier to just do it this way. Right, I'll be right back. I need to do some stuff. I need to do a walk. The duck, the carbuncle, and the cat. I have returned with mostly refreshments. Also, I would like walked around for a bit because I've been sitting for an hour and 30 minutes. I've done this so many times. No idea how many times I've done this. That's why it's so easy to remember. Like the wind. Oh, actually, I want to see what type of people I can take to the area. Neat. Okay, let me switch to a... Huh. Alright, I'm gonna go check something really quickly. Because of the updates, I wanted to... Update. I want to see who you can take to the vault. If I remember correctly, Harshafont is one of the people you can take to the vault. Harshafont. Chafont. Chafont. Chevron of Umbra. I'm gonna go to the party. I do the party. 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 Okay. Alpha no harsh. Shaveric Knight? So wait. Shaveric Knight is some sort of... Let me switch it up. Okay, he becomes the... Okay, what if I'm a healer? Alphano can be a DPS. What is this Temple Knight? Banneret? Temple Knight Banneret. Temple... Oh, no, it means like spear wielder. To the Great Gabu Library. To the Great Gabu Library. 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 To the Great Gabu Library. Chevron of Umbra. Chevron of Umbra. With the medic sulfite. 2 pots sterility, 3 pots infinity. Chevron Umbra. Yeah. Did I get the like big thing for you? No, I didn't. You're still terrible gear. So I'm gonna, in order for you to do that, I need to get better gear. Oh, changed to Temple Knight. Why did it? That's weird. Weird. You're all weird. No, it's either I do it this way or do it or fly further the other way, because either way I'm gonna have to fly. Still flying through the air. Down we go. There we go. Keep going down. Down, 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 down. Hey, let's do this. Glad I am to come to the end of the road. Glad I am to come to the end of that road. But it would be well worth the trip. Once we've secured your summoner's tome, Tristan and Kahadin sorry about that, will be avenged. Oh god, that sneeze, like... Wrong button. This is the button. Oh god. Oh, the Great Google Library hasn't has its thing yet. They're wondering who you can take. Probably. Oh, would the broom be one of your companions then? I'm going to do the Rising tomorrow. For now, I want to do the, I want to do something else. Like, as is law. Get up to, the Singularity. Well, is it? I forgot what it's called, but right there, and then I'll stop. Because I want to talk to Tiamat. After I've freed Bahamut. Now that we are all arrived, we can enter the library and begin our search for this forbidden tome. You have strayed from the safety of your city, foolish mortals. Whatever could you have been planning? Again? Always he arrives at the worst possible moment. There's no coincidence, I fear, and this time he leaves aught to chance. "'Twas amusing at first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but to insistent in your dabbles, but those who will not dance upon our palm shall be crushed within our fist." No more shall we endure your blinding effigy. There can be no rival to the encroaching darkness. You have earned the ire of La Habrea's most loyal servants. You know I killed him, right? Dare you imagine we would stand idly as you tore down our master's glorious edifice? Face us now, light, bringer of light, and suffer the punishment of your transgression. Will not to be wise to retreat. Would not to be wise to retreat and seek the tome another day. They mean to afford us not such opportunity, my dear captain. Either we stand and fight or we die. Oh yeah. Oh wait, it was my Kirby. Get out here. Huh. Gotta kill you first. Oh. Alright. Why are you so strong, man? Astral Pulse! Astral Pulse! Astral Pulse! Astral Pulse! Oh, ruined it. Dropping on you. Oh, you and your friends are dead. Oh, so you're not dead yet, but you and your friends are dead. I'm gonna use Death Flare. Oh no, you had to stop me from getting my Death Flare. Oh, this is a lot easier because I have overpowered gear. I cannot! I am undone! I have failed you, Master! How? We were raised unto greatness by La Habrea himself. My master is weary of your strength, bringer of light, and all rightfully so, if it would seem. But your day will come. You will not escape us this time, Asian. Now, Gudrak, unleash your power. Death Flare! Haha! It is done. The Paragon is no more. The most impressive spell, Gudrak. But when did you learn how to cast it? Did you not first acquire the library's tome? My apologies, Captain, but in order to deceive one's enemies, it was best to begin with one's friends. There was never really such a book. All that Gudruk truly required was a catalyst of battle to focus his energies. I knew that once the Asians observed us traveling towards the library, he would assume we sought some or buried wisdom. He could not risk leaving Gudruk free to gain greater power. And so this entire journey was a feint, a trap to lure him into the wild. Well, you certainly had me fooled. Remind me never to cross wits with you, Yamatra. Like my hat? I got a top hat. My plan had you been unable to cast the death. My plan had you been unable to cast the death flare? My dear Gudrak, I never entertained a single doubt. Together we have achieved something of which most people can boast. The defeat of an Asian. Never could I have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also have been put to rest. Long have I've been haunted by the horrors of the Ifrit mission, but at last I feel a measure of peace. I will return to Uda and have a gravestone of Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it would be placed where the survivors from his unit can pay respect to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friend. Farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances. I too will extend to you my gratitude, Gudrak. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented summoning tragic history from repeating itself. In a new age, we must take great precautions against the ancient art of falling into the wrong hands. I will work alongside my colleagues in the Suns and be sure that the spread of summoning is closely monitored. If only we could uncover the last solution to the primal predicament. There must be a way to break this self-perpetuating cycle of meeting force with force. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals and summoning and offer the Scions whatever support I am able. I am certain our paths shall cross again, Gudrak. Yeah, righty, that is it for now. So, this is where I was gonna take the break, but I already took my break because I needed to take a break because stomach was a rumbling. So I will be ending the stream right now, and I'm gonna restart the stream soon, like very soon, like as in a moment later. The groosh, 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 and I'll continue the exploration of Az's Law. Once I get to the dungeon in Az's Law, I'll be stopping for the day. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, and come to the live stream. Which is usually between 8 to 11. We'll start between 8 to 11 p.m. PST, and go for like an hour or to 3 hours.